we have a lot. Before I do this story, maybe direct my baby, na mamu the AC. Anything that MP before I had to catch up and say, oh, you win the elections easy. We will win the elections easy because they are using some government agencies to do some dirty job. Now, I can tell you for a fact what we have. The videos, audios, and trails we have, we are going to release them. And they go against international laws. See me? People are committing some crimes in Ghana. It goes against international laws. And I can assure you, whether power changes or not, some people will face the law internationally. And people are using government agencies to commit crime against the same citizens who gave them the opportunity to serve them. Now, the Bureau of National Communication, BNC. This institution, Penyinia Odano no your friend no eye Kwabena Edubuahin is a brother to Edubuahin na Okodi Sika na ye no. This guy, sir, BNC and the Bureau of National Communication, and no, and after the a year Security Act was passed 2020 no, the name was changed to National Signal Bureau. It is a National Signal Bureau and no any area BNC na ohona yesani no, because the Security Act after it was passed no, a lot of these agencies their name was changed and you be na who the BNI omu change no NIB. Into BNC na Bureau of National Communication no, and known as the friend National Signal Bureau. And I think say a few people are with the things they do no. They are the ones basically monitor all technology, communication, or phone calls. That's their job. SARS security cameras in Accra, those are the people who handle all those sensitive things. Now remember, this agency, there were another agency that works with the same agency, a friend, ECC, and your friend Emergency Command Center. Emergency Command Center and every security camera biano they work with a National Signal Bureau. Sa National Signal Bureau no internet service and they can say obi aban tie obi call aban tie nkofo call aban san nkofo de na hweso nipa or head the National Signal Bureau no friend no Kwabena Edubuahin. Nipa or head Emergency Command Center about security cameras Accra nyinane almost the whole country. They monitor activities of people on the internet, on your phone near there subway when nipa na or head Emergency Command Center no. No your friend no ono onye. His name is Ben Ansa. So let me do it this way. Ben Ansa we one Kwabena Edubuahin we. Kwabena Edubuahin no and on my right no. The one on my right. On the boss of National Signal Bureau. And the one on my left no. Ono and your friend no Ben Ansa. On the head of Emergency Command Center. Election 2020. These are the two institutions that helped the NCA to rig the elections. Almost set up NPP election headquarters na edge results no. These people no the right here your friend no Kwabena Edubuahin no He is on the board of NCA. See me. This boy on my right, he is on the board of NCA. On the Anochi and on the same board. These are the two people who set up a NPP for say they have the best coalition center, a government resources. These are the people who tapped into the system to help the NPP, EC, NCA to skew the elections for the NPP. These two men. But do you know what they are doing? For some time now. So what study pa? When you go back, you see the story. National security operatives beat Ghanaian soldier in Accra. Ghana Army react. This story was all the way back in 2020. Anytime you are better see national security forces, they have gone to do something. It is always done by this guy called Kobna Edubuahin, who is the head of National Signal Bureau. They are the ones monitoring people's phone. When you go to ECC, Emergency Command Center, NPP boys in I have all of them, their profile. And all the things they are doing. Over the National Signal Bureau, NPP 4. I have all of them, their profile, and I know what they are doing. Now, maybe and they may mount too much because this has an international twist to it. Now, Mokaze 2020, what is say? Yes, say national security phobia. Akobo some military man be Ewakra. It was instructed by this guy called Kobna Edubuahin. This guy. It was instructed by this guy. He is the one monitoring in Kofo activities on social media and listening to phone calls. TMA. They work in hand in hand with NCA Anochi. We have transcripts of Ejuma Omaye. And that is what, at least internationally, they can be held responsible. Now, what this guy has done, NSA, they have been monitoring and intimidating to a point of, I cannot confirm, some people have been taken and killed without us knowing. The ones we know are the ones who had their connection with people in higher authority, blow alarm. But so many people have been picked up, and it was this guy who led it. Now, sad story, a Ghanaian soldier has been slapped and beaten by national security operatives in Accra. This is the guy who slapped the soldier. And that case has been lodged here. This is the guy who did that. And he is the head of the National Signal Bureau. This guy. He was the guy who slapped that soldier. Because they are the people listening to people's calls. Unauthorized. These are the boys they use to rig the elections. Because this boy is on the board of NCA. Anoche is the head of NPP, NPP elections. And Anoche is the boss of NCA. Get the memco to the Bamechro, Bibia Humani free. Now, yes, that's a story way. And this story was in 2022. Okujato Blackout narrates how an NDC supporter was picked up by security agencies. It was this guy. What they do, they go on social media, they tap people's phones, and they use their agency to intimidate them. This boy was lucky because Okujato Blackout blew the story. Because the story now. This was in 2022. The member of parliament for North Tongu, Samuel Okujato Ablakwa, has given details on the circumstances surrounding the arrest of a National Democratic Congress supporter. The supporter was allegedly arrested for sharing anti-government social media posts. That's what he does. They are on social media. They have tapped into people's phones. And what they do is, when they think you are writing something against the government, there are two things. They pick you up. Majority of the time, the people they pick who are not famous are not seen again. And this is the guy who is behind this. Now, Mama Chawa Debi. So we read this story where I make sure Adebi also follow. The MP speaking at a press conference in Accra on Thursday, December 1st, said that the NDC supporter has been identified as Seth Osei Asiedu and was arrested by a joint team of officers from the Ghana Police Service and National Security at his home in Amasaman. Okay. Into Moon Study story, no? Yes, a joint team be free. Police and the National Security and on the chase our branch. Wait, 2022 story. T. He said that the accused person was taken to an office of the Signals Bureau. TA. This is 2022 story. He said, and this is what Ablakwa said at a press conference, that the person they arrested was taken to the Signals Bureau, taken to an office of the Signal Bureau of National Security Secretariat in Laboni, a suburb of Accra, but is currently nowhere to be found. Normally, they are the ones who do that job. And this is the guy who is behind all this. Until recently, so we study Bongo Ideas story now. It was this guy who picked Bongo Ideas up. So we read the Bongo Ideas story now. When they pick you up, they'll drive you around Accra for you to lose your geographical senses. He is the one monitoring social media. He is the head of that institution, and he has boys who have been doing this damage. Do you know the number of people these guys have picked we've not heard from again? Bongo Idea was left off the hook because people started speaking, because people know him. And if Bongo Ideas is going to be honest with you, so person or you're very blunt and open about what he went through, he will tell you, say, what I am telling you is what happened. This guy called Kobina Edu Bwahin. He is the head of National Signal Bureau. Now, sir, unya abutrena was steady terrain now. That National Signal Bureau, no, a bureau they were supposed to protect Ghanaians. Now they could for the government. They have changed that into an attacking and a more dangerous agency. And normally, there are so many people they pick up, we don't even hear about again. And this issue is very sensitive. I don't want to dig deep, tell you too much, because there's too much that has got to do with international stuff. Emergency Command Center, and what we call the NBS. They are the people doing this in Ghana. I can tell you, they are the ones, and this is the guy who is leading that. Obeka say, oh, story way, you will hear where it will end.